Welcome back to our channel. So we're doing a Q&A video today to answer the different questions we put out on our social medias asking if anyone has questions.
Was that like 5 weeks ago you're saying?
About a month ago.
So sorry it's taken so long, but at least we're getting to it now.
We're very busy, folks.
Yes. These are onions. We had garlic and onions on this picnic table. It's where we dry our, I guess they're just getting dried out.
Our root crops that need to be dried out.
So that's what this is. I was just catching up on journal writing. I guess we don't need that. We each brought, well, I guess you did.
I didn't bring water.
Our drink of choice, which is water. That's always the best.
That's mostly what we drink.
Yeah. So
I need to be a little closer.
I think you should have gotten a drink, I feel like.
Bummer. I'm gonna run and grab a mason jar. I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking.
There you go. She got a drink now. Water.
Gonna be doing a lot of talking.
Stay hydrated, folks. So,
with good things. Don't be drinking pop and all that.
Water is always the best way.
Unhealthy stuff. We can do videos on health another time.
Yeah. We're all gonna be in this video, but Charity and I are just the two main people that I guess the girls didn't want to be.
Well, probably part of it is because we talk probably the most too out of everyone in our family. So clarify, they need to bear with our still shy.
Camera shy.
We're still camera shy, so please bear with us. We're going to do our best, and we're becoming more comfortable in front of the camera, but we're still not where we want to be.
And I see that camera, the tripod is tilting. It's just because we're on a hill here. I think we're kind of tilted here, so it's fine. All these imperfections. And we do need to still get our microphone. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
So, like, I don't know if the sound quality is not... The quality of the sound is not the best on this video. Please excuse that. But I think
we're going to try to speak up.
And so, yeah, the other girls will be joining We're trying to get everyone in this video at some point. So, we're just the two main ones.
Newies are out there. Oh, her horse is running away from her.
Horse runs away. She has to like chase it around the mule to like keep working it to get it. So eventually she'll get it, I think. But if you keep hearing the mule in the background, that's Newey chasing her horse to get it. Okay, so also one of the phones is we're using to video this.
You didn't need to mention it with a phone.
We haven't gotten a camera yet. So we'll just share phones. We're gonna each take turns at saying the question.
I got all the questions put together in one place on my phone, so we're just both gonna take turns asking them.
Come also come. Yeah, so that's why we're sharing a phone for this.
So with all this extra information and clarifications aside, I went through and I put the questions into categories. We have, I think it's 5. We have 5 categories and then questions under each one. So I guess with that,
hopefully we got everyone's questions and did not leave anyone out.
Okay, so our location, our farm, and how long have you lived in Missouri is the first question. So whoever asks the question, you have to answer, and then I can answer it.
So how long we've lived here? We moved here in 2014, was it, or 2013? 2014, or 2014, which is 10 years ago. We moved here in March. Okay, so the next question is, have you all always lived on a farm?
No, we have not always lived on a farm. So when our parents first got married, they lived in an apartment, and they saved up to move out to the country because they knew they wanted to raise their children in the country. So, I mean, as long as you would remember, Adelaide, when you have always lived like this type of situation.
Yeah.
My memories would always have been, even if not on a farm, like a rural area, you know, like a homestead type situation. How many total acres is your farm?
Isn't it? I think it's
39.
Okay, well, I like to say 40. I guess it's like 39.
So I
close to
39.
Acres. We have 10 acres, is it, of woods?
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest is just land. Lots of very hilly land. But yeah, around close to 40 acres.
Yeah, we're fairly close to the Ozarks, so like our land is pretty hilly. And it's beautiful. We love it here.
There's girls all over the farm doing all different things, so it'd be easier to just grab them all at once. Or I guess each girl at a time.
And have her
that are
go through and
available.
answer the question.
So the fourth question is, how many of each animal on the farm?
I feel like we should just answer for ourselves, because and then we'll bring the girls in for their,
Yeah,
because we all kind of each have our animals we do, and we're not going to necessarily know, so we better start counting right now in our heads.
You can do poodles.
So I have 6 standard poodles. A couple of them are going to be retired this year, so I'll be down to 4, which is my ideal number. I don't, and then I have, I guess I have a couple of rabbits, but what about you? What do you have?
Toy poodles, how many of those do we have? Because those, Samara's the main one who has the toys, but also Naomi and I each have one, and Isabel has one. I guess we all have.
And we have
one
some
or
that
more.
are for sale right now. So like, do those count?
Yeah. So like, I feel like
I think
like
it was
with all of our
around. I think
rabbits
it's
and
around
stuff,
a dozen. But like by the time we get cut back, it'll be however many, because we have some for
a
sale
dozen
too, I
toys.
think.
Because yeah, that's how it is with a lot of our animals. Since we sell animals, we're gonna have like a lot because we haven't sold the babies yet.
As far as like the cows, I would say it's over a dozen probably. If you count all the the milk cows, like we only have the 4 milk cows. But then we have all the steers, we have the bull, we have the calves, we have the heifer calves. So I would say over a dozen. Probably. Someone's wondering how many we have of each animal. So like if you could just name the animals you're kind of responsible for, and then how many, like approximate numbers.
So there's about 20 egg birds, or 25, and then 5 seramas. Those are the little mini ones. Around 30 silkies.
Why do you have so many chickens?
Because I raised them, I had some out to sell. So.
Otherwise, she clearly would not have that many. So
I have quite a few goats. I don't know, probably around 25 to maybe 30 some goats. Kind of like all the babies. But I'm going to be downsizing because I have too many. Anything else? I have 1 rabbit that I got from Samara.
okay.
Alright. So Samara said how many rabbits she had, and then we're going to add those up. So how many do you have? I think it's around 40. With babies. She had 19. I think it was 40.
Okay, I did not
already
know that.
Because I have a ton of babiys that are me leaving their home. I only have like
40
I have like
rabbits.
9 adults.
Okay, she has a lot
It's
of
like
babies
a lot
right
of
now, I
babies.
guess.
And I have some
So yeah,
older
how
babies
many
in me
adults
still.
do you have then?
I think it was like like if you were to sell all around 9, but I'm gonna get down to like 6. I'm gonna get down to 6. Yeah. Okay. How many horses? 3 horses.
Maybe still going.
And
I've not fed the calves yet, which is why you're hearing all this complaining, and they see me at the picnic table, so they're not really understanding what's going on. Wait, is it my turn or your turn? Your turn. Okay.
I don't know what questions are coming. I didn't even see. Well, I guess I did see some of them.
I mean, we
but
kind of did.
yeah, she's the one who wrote off the list, so this is a surprise for me as well.
What's your favorite flowers to plant for your bouquets?
Jimmy, is it working?
Apparently not. If she's
Like she's able to trap them over there. I don't know if you'll be able to hear us when we're talking with you over there.
dahlias.
We aren't even like growing all the flowers that like are really good for bouquets. We still want to do that. Like next year we can get more into it. But the ones that we have grown and found are good. A big one is dahlias. Baby's breath is also a really good one. It like adds like
Baby's breath and
Yeah.
forget-me-nots and
yeah, Bell's Violin for greenery, and then silver dollar, isn't that eucalyptus?
yes.
And then there's different things that fall into that, which is silver dollar. We haven't done those yet, but I know those are really good.
What are your favorite flowers for bouquets?
Like baby's breath and dahlias. Bachelor buttons and status.
What are your favorite flowers for bouquets? I know you're not really a bouquet person, but like, what would be some of your favorites?
Like sunflowers, carnations. I really like carnations. Poppies, and then the other thing was favorite flowers for bouquets. People were wondering. Charity and I were trying to think of some good ones. You always say we forget some best ones. Charity did zinnias.
Favorite flowers or flower? Zinnias are not the favorite.
Like for bouquets, yeah. Like maybe they are good for cutting, but they don't work good in bouquets. Yeah, they're good. People use those. Well, I don't like them. Okay, so what are some flowers that like you would think?
Status.
Like Samara said.
And then dahlias, of course. And sunflowers.
Oh yeah, sunflowers. That was a good one. I knew there was some we were forgetting. That was a really good one.
You don't want to grow on ones that would be good.
That's what I was
Like, we
saying.
mostly grow animals.
We need to get more into like, I don't know, better quality. Like, what are some that you're thinking that we aren't growing?
Like, we should get more into, like, peonies and professional type ones like that. And
How did we not say
they're the
roses?
best, but they're
Okay, I
hard
don't
to
know how.
grow.
The most obvious one we forgot.
Section
What
number 2.
So section number 2, about our family. Random questions. Were you all homeschooled?
I would love for you to answer that one. It's kind of surprising that people would ask that, isn't it? Yeah, we are homeschooled, as I'm sure probably most of you can tell. None of us have ever gone to school. Our mom would have started homeschooling with the very oldest, with our brother, and it's all we've known.
We're all graduated, but our youngest is here and graduating as well. So, yeah, we're all homeschooled and we're all almost done.
Yeah. So in the state of Missouri, they don't have the GED test. They have what's called high set, which is a high school equivalency test. And then you get your diploma once you've like completed that and passed all the tests. So like we would have all done that too. Except our brother would have done the GED because we live in Oklahoma still.
Oh, yeah.
So he did that. Yeah, we don't really. We're not going to go into detail on that right now. Maybe in another future video we could talk about our views and experience with homeschooling. But for now, yes, we were. Do you all enjoy antique shopping?
We would all like antiques. I don't feel like we go around doing that much, like, just almost not our thing. I think we could enjoy it.
It's almost like a hobby, I feel like, more than a way of life. Like, some people do it because they like it. Like, nobody does it because they, like, need antiques. You know?
Right, I don't think that's... I don't know. I mean, I guess we would enjoy it if we just haven't really done it. I don't think it's something we would really...
Yeah, but I feel like we do it when we go to those... Sometimes we go to antique stores.
It's not
like
a big passion or hobby.
No, it's not. Like, we do it some, especially in Missouri. It's, like, really a thing down here.
And, like, we would enjoy it when we do it, but I don't know. It's just not
We're just
something we do
busy
that
with
much.
other things. I guess it's not a passion enough to do much.
Next question, number 8. How many people in your family?
So there's 8 in our family. There is father and mother.
Felt like a splinter.
They're in their 50s. And end of their 50s, as they'll be 60 next year.
It was successful, if you didn't see that. She got her horse. She caught it.
But like I said, there's our parents, and then we have the oldest child is our brother Nicholas. He doesn't live at home anymore. We have 6 children, the 1 boy, and then 5 girls in a row, and our parents. What are y'all's ages?
The oldest is 28, and then she is 26, 23, 22, I'm 19, and the youngest is 17.
So we're born every 2 years, but we haven't all had our birthdays yet for the year, so we're not all exactly 2 years apart right now.
Number 10, how'd your folks meet?
So our parents have been married for, it'll be 31 years this August. The short answer to that is they met in the grocery store. They were both workers. That would have been back before we would have been like traditional Christians where, you know, the women stay home and attend housework and such. You know, my mom wasn't raised with that kind of mentality, so she would have gotten a job in the same grocery store as our dad. Would have been called
Rainbow Foods?
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, Rainbow Foods was what it was called. I don't know if it's still in business, but yeah, he worked in produce and she worked in like natural foods, and so they saw each other. And I'm not gonna get into their love story, but that's like the short answer, is at a grocery store. What is your favorite season and why?
So this is something I feel like I can get for all of the, like, each of us girls can answer this one. I'll get the girls later on, but I guess we can start with me. So my favorite season is spring. Definitely spring. I like spring and fall, but spring is definitely the best. I don't like extreme cold, and I don't like extreme heat. I guess maybe not many people like that. Spring, I feel like it's always such amazing weather. That's probably why I like fall too. Weather is amazing. Everything, there's like all the new like animals being born, and everything just feels like it's all like such a new beginning and like a fresh start. Just like looking forward to summer and like all the fresh produce, and you get to plant your seeds, and I don't know, just a lot of new beginnings. I don't know, the feel in the air.
Spring fever. We get spring fever fairly badly because we live on a farm and we all love plants so much that you can imagine the type of spring fever we get.
I don't know that I feel like I explained it very well, but
Yeah, I
spring,
think you
definitely
did.
spring.
I think it's very clear. From what
So you can
said.
do yours, and then we'll just get the girls later on and add that in as well for each of their
Yes,
answers.
we will be doing that. My favorite. So I have two favorites: summer and fall. But I feel like I'm mostly a summer girl. Like, this summer has been hard with the extreme heat, but overall,
No,
I just.
that's how it usually is.
That I'm getting
older.
older.
Remind you
It's probably 'cause I'm getting
that this
older.
is why I don't like summer.
Okay, but
Well, I do like summer, but this is why it's not my favorite season.
like, I don't know. I just like adore summer. Like, it's just so full of like all the beautiful things that like I like flowers and just green everywhere. It's not cold. I do not
No,
do well
that's
in the cold
another
at
reason.
all.
Sorry, I keep interrupting. That's another reason that summer is not as good as spring, is because the grass often gets brown in the summer.
Well, spring can have chilly days
And spring
and frost
has
that
always
come and
the
hit your veggie plants. Summer is predictable and
such
reliable.
green grass in
And,
the spring.
okay,
And things can look like dead and
Yeah, but-
brown, and like they can start looking like that in the summer. They're not their fresh, best selves
kind of like when people start to
in
get
the
older.
summer.
Not picking on old people at all, but yeah. But like, there's so many things you get to do. Like, you don't have any limitations. Like in the spring or the fall, you might have to wear, shoes if it's too cold. You might have to put a sweater on, a jacket on. In the summer, you just like free. Like, you can go barefoot like over 90% of the time. You can, grow your flowers and your veggies. You don't have to worry about frost. You can go swimming. Just there's so many options open for you.
But
But
another
okay,
thing
this
about
isn't.
summer,
This is
another
not supposed
thing
to be a
about
debate.
summer.
It was supposed to be me
No, I didn't
sharing.
specifically say it's actually about summer.
We can do debates another time.
I
Alan and
do
I
really
actually
like-
debate a lot, so we'd be happy to do debates.
I really like summer for all those reasons that you were saying.
Mhm.
I don't know why I feel like I have to defend my case.
Like, I was
But
only sharing my
Another
favorite
thing
season.
about
You
summer,
hijacked.
you're making it sound way too good. Like, there's a lot of the time, most of the days in the summer, it's like too hot to do anything outside unless you spare yourself down or something. Like, you go out at like, you have to get everything done in the morning or evening, and then the rest of the day it's like miserable.
Well,
out
you do
there.
your inside stuff.
So you have to stay inside all day though. That was like the whole point. Like,
Okay,
With
I don't
spring,
feel
you
like
can be out there
defending my
all day.
position right now. Okay, can we just
Okay.
like chill out?
so Like,
So
I guess
I
right
do
now
love
it's-
fall. I really love fall, and
can you
like,
say summer and fall? Or you think?
yeah, summer and fall are my two. And you know what? As I get older and I continue to not be able to take heat as well, I might switch to fall. I don't know. Yeah, I just love the summertime.
Either fall or spring. I was trying to think which one. The gardening and seed starting.
Samara's a very avid gardener.
Spring.
She loves gardening. And probably you hatch your chicks in the spring, right?
Yeah.
Would that be another
And
reason?
baby rabbits and stuff. So.
So basically, it sounds like all the new life that happens, and probably the weather. Too.
Yeah.
What is your favorite season and why?
No, I almost tend to lean towards fall, and I really like spring too. I'll probably go with spring. Just like all the baby animals being born, like all the flowers like coming up, like the bulbs coming up, and all that. I guess probably spring or fall.
That's
So
what
like
I said.
I really like the mild weather.
The mild weather.
Yeah, I like the weather and the pretty leaves in the fall.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
And then the spring I really like 'cause everything is all new and stuff again.
That's what I was saying. New beginning.
So I don't know.
Number 12. Can you please tell us a favorite psalm and tell us why?
Yeah. This is like a really hard one because Psalms is one of my favorite books, and it's full of so many good, like, things. And so I don't really feel like I have it narrowed down to one psalm. I can just kind of can tell which my favorite ones are with the highlighting going on. So one of my favorites is Psalm 15. I've just always I don't know, for like quite a while since we first moved to Missouri, I remember the church we were going to had this thing where the young people were like memorizing this psalm. And so I was working on memorizing it, and I don't know, I just adore it. It's so full of like, how would I say? It's like the epitome of being a godly, righteous, wonderful person, like how to be. Like, it's just really promoting like righteousness and truth and like how you're supposed to live and like to be what God wants us to be. And I don't know, I guess it's just really inspirational to me. Yeah, Psalm 15
So is this your favorite?
I don't
or do you
know.
have a few?
I would have to look at all my favorite psalms. I probably should have prepared better. It's kind of the one I'm gonna talk about because this is one of them. But I mean, I would have to like look at them all together and then like figure out which is my favorite. But adore Psalm 15. That is one of the best.
Oh, you aren't gonna read it.
Oh, was I supposed to read it?
No. I don't know. Is it
I mean,
long?
ooh, wait, Psalm 16 too. I'm sorry. I don't have a favorite psalm. I'm just gonna go with Psalm 15 for right now, just because I'm not gonna sort through all my psalms and try to decide.
No,
I'm sorry. I
curious.
should have been
You were like
prepared.
building us up for the psalm, and then I'm like, I'm waiting to hear it.
Okay.
If you want to just read it,
I'll
it's
just
quick.
go ahead and
It's
read
short.
it. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor. In whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he honoureth them that fear the Lord. He that sweareth to his own hurt, and changeth not. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent. He that doeth these things shall never be moved. I really like verse 4. Especially, it says, I don't want to preach a sermon right now, but we could probably do sermons too in it, not sermons. But I really like the end of verse 4. It says, "He that sweareth to his own hurt and changeth not." Like, as Christians, we're supposed to be like a step above the rest of society, and like it's like imagine making a promise or something, and then like you find out it's gonna hurt you, but you're so upright and godly that you like keep it anyway. Like, I just really like that. I really appreciate people that are like that. Or like a favorite pick, maybe 119. Psalm 119. Psalms is full of very good verses. And Psalm 119, doesn't it talk a lot about God's commandments and his statutes, and it makes them seem very attractive. A lot of people can like look at them as like a bad thing, like having to follow these things, but Psalm 119 does a good job of making them seem really attractive and like beautiful. Maybe that's why, partly why you like it. That is a good psalm. Would you mind sharing with me what are some things your parents did to point you toward the Lord, or that really stuck with you? I really desire to raise my family and children with a love for God. Oh, I know one, but do you have any to count?
Why don't you say yours first, and then I'll think.
So one of the biggest ones that I'm thinking of right now is controversial, especially right now, but it's a matter of discipline.
Oh.
So there's kind of this saying going around right now that a lot of people are buying into, a lot of parents, because they want to do what's best for their children. Gentle parenting, I know is one of the names. I don't know all. There's probably special terms maybe for it. So us children all grew up with the rod of correction, and we all have many memories, and we can almost do a whole video on that alone.
Now today we love like talking about the memories and just like laughing about them. It's so funny, some of the memories that we have. But yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Like, I feel like if it weren't for that, I would have grown up to be a very selfish, like, narcissistic type person, and like bratty, and just, and I'm not saying everyone that does gentle parenting, their children are not turning out. I'm not going to say that, because I think there's more than one way to parent, but I guess I want to go like the most biblical route, and I feel like that's what our parents did with us by disciplining us. And so we would not be the kind of people we are like if we had not been disciplined. So yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna probably agree with all of them. I don't know that I'm gonna think of them.
So another thing I was thinking of is like they would instill things into us when we were young. Like they would start when we were young, and they would make sure we did things like if we ever borrowed something from someone.
Oh yeah.
They would always say, like, you have to return it, like, if anything, better than you got it. So, like, if you borrow a rototiller, you wash it first before you return it. No matter what you borrow, you return it in equal or better condition than you borrowed it in. And that would, like, carry over to anything, like, making sure you clean up from yourself. Like, your children don't need to be running around leaving trash everywhere. You can train them to pick up. Like, I feel like we're taught. And you can teach your children to sit quietly in church and not stare. I mean, the list goes on and on. Children nowadays aren't taught to finish food on their plates. Like, you eat the food in front of you. No, you don't get excused until you're done.
You're almost more responsible for your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you are going to serve all that, you're going to have to eat all that.
You're learning
it's almost like-
consequences for your actions.
Yeah. Like,
You're learning that you can make choices, but then you might not like the results of those choices you made. And so, like, I feel like that, too, would be something. Trying to think.
I feel like
Another thing is we were really taught to respect people, I feel like. They really emphasize, well, first of all, like, respecting them as parents. Coming right when we're called, and, like, we go to someone's house, you can't just mess around and do whatever you feel like with their stuff. I guess respect for other people. And so, like, if you learn to respect your parents and respect other people, like, you're gonna have an easier time respecting and obeying God. So, like, some of these things are not exactly spiritual, I feel like, but, like, if you teach them to your children consistently, starting when they're young, then when they're older, you're setting them up to become a godly person, because these are all godly things.
A lie in our house was huge.
You do not tell lies. I don't know that as children ever
I don't
really
think
lied.
we even did.
Literally.
I don't know. Maybe did sometimes, rarely. But like a lie, it was, I don't know, it was just so instilled in us that you don't tell lies. So I feel like that's really common, especially for like children. I don't know.
We'll probably that was a really good question, and I know a young mom asked it. Someone we know. So that was a really good question.
Spank. And then just like doing like devotions every night.
Constant reading of the word, and as a family, as opposed, of course, we do our personal devotions, but just having it as a family. That's a good answer. I agree with that too.
My parents taught me like to respect and be kind to everybody, like no matter who they are, like what they look like. So I feel like that's a really good one. Another thing is like to finish all the food on your plate. It's like it seems like there's a lot of people that don't, and I feel like that's like really like just it's like ungrateful, like just wasteful. So that's another really good one.
Charity and I forgot to relocate. We wanted to do that to keep it interesting, so I guess we did it now with Yummy and I. And then we can also do it with part of his bowls as well. Okay, so, also, on our way up, we found apples. Few bites. Show
Chris. I'm not going to show that, well, I probably
No,
should.
just be honest.
It's
There's
organic.
bites.
We're going to hopefully spray next year.
Yeah, it's organic, so that's what you get.
One of the things that I really like, I mean, I didn't like it then, obviously, but one of the things that I think is really good is we're always supposed to finish our food on our plate, no matter what, even if it was really bad. Like,
That's
not that we necessarily ate really bad food, but there was some, I remember these burgers, jalapeno cheeseburgers or something, and they were so bad. Like, I'm still, like, not trauma, but they're still, I would not eat them to this day. They're horrible, but I would sit at the table for, like, sometimes it even seemed like hours. Obviously it wasn't when I was little, but
yeah, like
you would sit there for so long. It'd all be cleaned up. They'd wipe the table around you, and you'd just be left there.
That was so
It was
good.
so bad. Maybe a couple times I got by with not. Sometimes they'd say, okay, just 2 more bites or something, but for the most part, you had to finish all of it. And it did work with one thing. There's acorn squash, and I would not eat that. And now,
and then you
I
liked
like it now. Any
You had to
winter
keep
squash,
eating it?
I would have to like have a spoonful with each meal. Smoothies.
Yeah, so if you have like a picky, I don't know, I guess I don't know, but time out.
A lot of kids seem really picky. Like whenever, that's kind of something that I really don't like when we're around people, because I was so like forced to eat my food. It's like really bothers me. There are people like kids always just like leave the food on. Not even just kids, like adults. I guess they were not taught when they were little to finish the food. It's very ungrateful to throw your food in the trash. Right. So then next time maybe you'll be more careful with how much you put on your plate.
It like teaches you just more than just finishing the food on your plate.
Obviously exceptions. Obviously you shouldn't take it if you don't want it. If there's a food that bristle at, like it's just laced in meat and like it's hard to chew, like I feel like there are exceptions.
Yeah, that was.
But maybe if it's something you're suspicious about, just take a little bit, and then you can find out if you like it, and then come back.
So she set up a little makeshift jump for her horse. Oh, everything. There, she did good there. Paisley!
Can you quick do an interview? Maple? But that's for another video. We're not.
Okay, so
The dreaded question.
are you serious?
Nice encouragement.
We're doing very good. I'm not going to use that phone. I'm going to video for you right now what Yumi's doing.
Being judgmental.
She's just sitting there
Slowly
judging us.
judging
She got
us.
it from her horse. She was just sitting there judging
Slowly
us.
judging
She got it
us.
from her horse.
There she goes. Okay, that was pretty effective, actually.
Yeah.
There she goes. Okay, that was pretty effective, actually. Okay, now my phone doesn't have much.
What about
room,
you
so-
and you couldn't catch your horse?
Okay,
What a
let's get-
well-trained horse.
Let's get back to our video.
After a long time, yeah. Okay. What are we on? Is it my turn to ask?
We had just done the ages.
I could walk up to it.
The worms. And you start answering.
Okay, so no, I didn't. I didn't start answering yet. Have they been married 31 years? Anyone else going on?
How long has that been
I
happening?
don't know.
I bet that's been a while.
I can't even believe you might have to redo some of that.
Yeah, that's definitely been a long time, and I've been looking at you too. Okay, I'm gonna have to start this.
You need to go and see where it started so you know what.
Oh, Adelaide, wow.
I'm sorry, that's just not okay.
Okay, it didn't happen that long ago. We're just gonna start over with that other question. I don't want that in there. It looks, I don't like the way it looks like this is all messed up. She's looking at you. So cute.
Not even sure.
Yeah, I think it was because
Okay.
you asked the season and then I answered.
Okay, I'm gonna need my Bible for
The
this one.
number.
Oh yeah, that's live. Okay, so what's your favorite verse? Hang on, let me read this.
Why does it say?
What's your favorite verse? Hang on, let me read this.
Why does it say?
That's too far away. Isn't it?
No, are you
There's
wanting to be
onion
really
going
close up
through?
for some
my
reason?
gosh. She not.
To the future.
Come on, quick, bring her over here.
And-
Sunny, come here. Sunny says hello. Put your head down.
Can hear you say your
Good
favorite
girl. Sunny got done with the big workout.
So what is something?
My pretty Sunny girl. Bring her over. Cause Sunny, look at her.
She's still in the pasture in there?
I don't have my Stanley for this.
Yeah, I had mine. Maybe what are some things?
I don't wanna. He's eating my apple now.
Hey! Let me get one.
I got it.
I want a bigger one.
Oh my gosh, my hat.
This is a good one.
Paisley!
Yeah, this is a really.
Paisley didn't run away.
This is.
She didn't run. Did you see that? Oh no, she runs because she thinks you're coming to get her. She like did what I was teaching her. She like gave you the two eyes and then. Good girl, Paisley.
I knew